The Charlestown Cosmos are visiting the Somerville Sunflowers home field, Loongstalk Field, for your first home game of the season. This is week 2 of the season. Despite the fact that this is a rebuilding year for the Cosmos, they're holding on to a rather shocking 3-0 lead.
Oof.
Why, you may ask? Well, it probably has something to do with the crowd. Yeah. In the stands, back row, are ghosts. Or rather, best you can all tell, some kind of magically anchored simulacrum of ghosts, placed there by Neela Nightmare of the Newton Narcissus, because you stood in her way of trying to reconstitute her home field after you all destroyed it a few months ago.
Accidentally.
So this was Neela Nightmare's rather permanent act of revenge. She essentially got you all to trigger a magical ritual that placed these simulacra in the stands. And this is the worst part. Only the sunflowers can see them.
Oh. That's a very specific curse.
Yeah, she's very good. The parents can't see them, though none of them seem at all interested in sitting in that row. These ghosts, we're going to call them ghosts, they don't react, but they pay attention. Pained attention. Some of the newer players refuse to step onto the field.
Oh.
And even a Coach Martinez speech couldn't dislodge their fears. Mindy pulled herself from the game in order to conduct what she called a calming blanket maneuver, which involved her sitting cross-legged along one of the foul lines, engaging in a very physically exhausting psychic ritual that essentially blunted the razor-sharp edge of discomfort you're all feeling. It still hurts to be on this field. It still hurts to have these ghosts' eyes on you. So what does this mean? Every single thing you do on Loongstalk Field for the rest of the season, and by that I mean for the rest of history, unless these things are dislodged, you get a -2 penalty.
-2? -2?
That's so many.
Oh.
Or a -1 if Mindy maintains a cycle bubble of comfort around you all, which she is doing at present.
But then she can never... Oh my god.
And that only affords us 1.
Yeah.
Oof.
It is the bottom of the 9th.
Uh-oh.
With a number of sunflowers, even with Mindy's coaxing, refusing to step into the batter's box because they're seeing... Every version of these ghosts is different to everyone, and they are all the thing that they all have in common, all like everyone that sees them, is that those ghosts are the people they would least want to be there watching them play. So a number of your players are playing the field but skipping their turn in the lineup. The umpire cannot see the ghosts but is allowing this. So through a confluence of events, it is the bottom of the 9th. You are all down 3-0. And the next 3 at bat are Fox, Zlobs, and Darby. So here's how this is going to work. Whatever you all choose to do, a full success gets you 2 runs. A partial success gets you 1.
Ooh. Okay.
Fox, what does Fox want to do here?
Fox this whole game has been pretending that they don't know what any of you were talking about.
Oh, God.
We've got a real vulnerability problem.
Yeah, classic. We have a team.
Also feels like a power move.
Oh, classic power move, Fox.
So they're gonna keep playing the game as normal.
Gotcha. So let's have a nice play the game as normal normal roll. If you want to pull up Fox's sheet here,
Sure.
I'd let you roll 2d6 plus sharp or 2d6 plus tough. Your choice.
Give me 1 second here. You said tough or
Tough or sharp.
let's do sharp.
All right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And remember a -1 to all rolls.
Right.
Oof.
So it's just gonna be straight 2d6. 7.
Oh, that's pretty
Gotcha.
good.
So, Fox has remained fairly steady through all of this, and their play throughout the game has been good. We'll determine how exactly this run comes onto the board based on what everyone else gets. So let's move on to Zlobs. Zlobs, you're in the batter's box.
Yes, I am.
What is your approach? What do you want to do? Is this an at-bat as normal or something else?
Oh, this is actually I recently had a revelation of how Zlobs actually plays. You would think that he'd be swinging everything. Zlobs is actually the most patient batter. Is a tactical genius, and he has the highest on base percentage. Like he will always push the count up as high as he can. So he is, again, playing smart. He wants to get on base. He thinks that if he gets on, to presumably join Fox there, that that will spark some sort of life to the team. And of course, he would cause some shenanigans, as always.
Yeah,
on
of course.
Base.
Yeah, I like that. Just a work the pitch count, do the right things.
He's not patient with much in life, but when he's at bat, he's very patient.
Yeah, it's a pretty remarkable thing. I will. That logic is so sound. I will let you roll 2d6 plus cool for it.
Thank you. He's cool, literally. Great. Well, I needed that. So that's a 7, thank God. But John, Zlobs did a good job selling a bunch of pizzas to a bunch of dire bears. I'm gonna cash in that token now.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, this happened like 20 episodes ago, if not more. But oh boy, I've been waiting for this moment for so dang long.
And if you want to refresh everyone's knowledge, what does cashing that in do?
I believe it raises the success of a roll by 1 level while rolling at Loongstalk Field. This, of course, was the first episode of the season, I think episode 50, 51-ish, where we all were selling pizza kits to fundraise, and we all did great. We all succeeded. It was a great episode. Oh, beautiful romp. Zlobs, again, went to the town of Zlobs, Massachusetts. There's a reason why it's called that. Time travel shenanigans. But we went to the mausoleum of Grizzly Adams and sold a bunch of very hungry dire bears a bunch of pizza. They loved it.
Yeah. So you officially cash it in. Now, the caveat to this is how does, and this is kind of what you need to trigger bumping this to a full success. How does you being well-funded help you in this moment?
Great. I'm so glad I've been thinking about this for so long, John. Zlobs is known as he loves stealing bases. That's his favorite thing to do. He's not a good hitter. He makes contact or gets walked, and he just steals the bases and gets in people's heads. I'm taking inspiration from the game of Blaseball here, where there was a bunch of renovations that went through a bunch of stadiums in Blaseball, and one of them was called Grind Rail, where a player could steal third base from first base because there's a grind rail that connects them, and you do a sick, nasty trick.
I love it. So let's narrate us through all of this. It is the bottom of the 9th. I'm going to pull up the roster here. It is the bottom of the 9th, and Eleanor Clock was willing to step in. And so Eleanor Clock got on Bates, and Fox immediately advanced Eleanor with just a real smart, steady double. And so runners 2nd and 3rd, Zlobs, you come in, you work the pitch count like crazy, you foul a bunch of balls off, and eventually you get the walk.
I skipped to first.
And that's the thing. That's part of kind of the psychological mind game of pitching to you, is the way you get to first base. It's not like you're rubbing it in the pitcher's face. That's not how you do it. You're just genuinely thrilled that your strategy worked.
Honestly, I feel alive when I'm out there on one of the bags. Oh, you can call Zlobs an adrenaline junkie, which is very accurate. He just loves being out there.
Yeah, and it shows. But in the mind of any pitcher you're up against, they do not want to see you skip your way to first, and it is infuriating. And what immediately happens, as Darby steps into the batter's box, is you take a huge lead off of first. The pitcher, and Chad, I'm going to need a name for that pitcher, by the way. The pitcher is trying to look you back to first base. You don't move. Pitcher throws a pickoff move to first base, and you are already on the grind rail.
Yeah.
You are taking off like a shot. This thing was just installed at the beginning of the season. You run, the pitch goes over to second base, but everyone in the Cosmos infield are screaming. It's like, no, you got to throw to third. Second base person's holding it. It doesn't matter because you've grinded right past them. And with the ball kind of up in the air, Eleanor Clock scores, Fox scores.
Yeah.
Zlobs, you get to third base. They finally get the ball to you. It doesn't matter. You're already taken off towards home.
Am I stealing home?
You have stolen home.
Ah! oh, that's his favorite thing in the world. It goes cake and then stealing home.
Caleb McNanner, the pitcher, who
McNanner.
Caleb McNanner is a rookie, is a 9-year-old, and pitching. His big thing is that he throws something called the peel ball, which is a very slippery kind of sinking slider. And all of you have kind of, because this is your first time you've seen him, you're all kind of spending game thinking, it's like, all right, what's your deal? Fallen angel, psychic, magician, like tactical genius. And you're looking, it's like, no, this is just a 9-year-old kid that's really good at throwing a baseball. Or a blaseball, sorry. I don't know what a baseball is. And so you're generally impressed. And in point of fact, I mean, assisted by ghosts or not, Caleb McNanner has held you folks scoreless at home for an entire game. But at this point, you all think that Zlobs may have gotten under his skin. And so all of a sudden, the game is all tied up. And power hitter War Angel Darby O'Darcy steps into the batter's box.
Yes, she does.
Darby,
and everyone in the outfield steps back.
Yeah.
Darby's going to do something she's never done before, though. The opposite of what she normally does, but with the same outcome. She's been having a hard time. It's been hard to get enough power behind the ball in this game. Everything's kind of messing with my head. So instead of going for I'm still going to go for the glory. but instead of flying the ball out past center field or left field, I'm going to bunt it down the first baseline.
What?
And it's still going to be a home run, I hope.
Darby, you bat righty or lefty?
Ooh, righty.
Righty. So this is just kind of like, like a push bunt or a slap bunt down the line.
Slap
and you're
bunt, last minute. They don't know it's coming. I mean, even infield step back. They're playing behind the baseline.
All right. That is ice in your veins, super cool. I'm going to say 2d6 plus cool, plus 1 for the sheer audacity of it. Minus 1 because, of course, there's a conclave of ghosts representing a collection of the people you least want to be here staring at you while you do this.
Okay. 9.
Narrate it out for us.
So I step into the box. Everyone steps back. Wait, what's the partial success?
Yeah,
How
you
does
get
it
a run.
end? I get the run. Okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure, because I was going to take it. You weren't going to be able to take it back.
Nope.
She leans back, still in the power stance. They think it's going to go to the outfield. Right at the last minute. Pulls in, slap bump, down first base. I start running, but over the ball without touching it, do a little dance over it. So the catcher's thrown. Keep running to first. Catcher gets the ball, throws it. It's an overthrow, but into right field. So it's not just a double. Turn the bases, run to second, and then it's just a series of mishaps where they just keep throwing the ball to the wrong place. Until finally, I'm coming home. At this point, the ball's gotten to their shortstop. And then it's just a race in slow motion. The ball coming home. I'm running home. And then the ball just narrowly misses, goes behind. I slide in right under the tag.
Umpire Singh in her powered armor, echoing microphone, voice amplification. Dust starts to settle, and you hear, safe.
Yeah!
Sunflowers win 4-3, 2-0 on the season.
After the game, I'm just like, I'm a puddle. I'm a sweaty, gross, cut up, dusty puddle.
Everyone, thank you for being patient while I literally played that entire game blindfolded.
It was pretty good for blindfolded. I only had to go
smart.
chase 4 balls. It was great.
Yeah, Morgan, that was your approach. It's just if you saw you know what was up there waiting for you.
Mm-hmm.
And so you pitched this whole game on feel and instinct. The fact that you only gave up 3 runs is near miraculous, all things considered.
I had to mention during the game, Zlobs as the catcher was like calling out code names because she couldn't see the signs. So he was like, "Fertile out."
What was the code name for a fastball away?
Fastball away. Oh, easy. That was hula.
Fastball inside.
Hulop.
Curveball.
Fish.
Intentional walk.
Technical.
Unintentional walk.
Oh, flapjack.
Spitball.
Oh, that's a $3 oil change.
Breaking ball.
Brick.
Forkball.
Pasta primavera.
Electric ball.
Oh, that's a classic one. That's the Edison technical move. Or ETM.
Perfect. It worked.
And of course, flopping over and intentionally causing myself to have to leave the game is called an Archibald.
Yes, absolutely. That's an Archibald.
The Archibald.
Despite pardon me, despite the win, there is not the traditional ebullience that you would expect. The other sunflowers are gassed. Mindy, in point of fact, when all of this is over, doesn't actually like open her eyes and shakily get to her feet. She kind of collapses backwards and falls asleep. And the Misters Mathers pick her up and take her home straight away.
Thank you, Mindy.
Thank you, Mindy.
Thank you, Mindy.
You think she can hear you, but she is snoring loud enough to shake the reeds.
Mm-hmm.
Coach Martinez, gathers the three of you up.
Hi, Coach. Coach, I'm so tired.
Yes, I could tell everybody is, but you know what? You all knew what you needed to do to win, and you won. And that's not even the most important thing. The most important thing was you said, you know what? Here's the max. We're going to take a step right past that max in dire circumstances to get that win. And that really speaks to you as players. And I'm very proud of you.
Oh,
Thanks,
thank you,
Coach.
Coach.
Now, I can't exactly understand what's going on in the home stands there, but I don't think we can keep playing games like this.
No, this was
No.
terrible.
I leave it up to you as to what to do, but my sincerest hope is that the next time we're playing a home game, we do not put such undue burden on your teammates.
Can I blow up the stands?
If you think that's best.
No.
It sounds not going to work.
No. Explosives and magics aren't a good fit.
I'm going to leave you to it. As always, rely on me as a resource, but I'm going to talk to the parents, make sure that they understand as best they can why all of their children are deeply, deeply exhausted right now.
Okay, thank you, Coach. I go and I give Coach Martinez a very, very sweaty hug.
I join.
Yes, that's very dewy. That's incredibly good work. That is human sweat. That is what we expect from humans. All right, bye everybody.
Yeah, she just has like this puddle on her now.
It's just like a Zlobs shaped like arms. All yeah.
Okay.
So here the three of you all are. The ghosts are still there. They're always there.
Who do we know that deals with ghosts?
This is like a prank, right?
Is it a prank?
It feels like a prank. A very mean prank.
I think it was a trap set by Neela Nightmare.
Yeah, well, what is a trap or a prank?
Pranks end. Pranks are, maybe they're mean, but then don't they end and you can laugh about it? It's not an ongoing this.
I potentially have an idea.
Yeah.
You're the witch.
All right. I'm going to pull out my cell phone, of course, granted to me by the spell slinging office.
No, whatever.
Of course, it is fully charged as always.
It's fine. I get a stipend for my personal phone.
A stipend? Yeah, but mine's like custom built,
What?
I don't get a stipend.
You don't belong to a cool organization. You get kicked out of yours, which was heaven.
That's fair.
Yeah, and you have the holy line.
That means I'm.
Yeah. And also, you have like a pocket dimension, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Maybe we can put them in the pocket dimension.
Neela?
Well,
The phones?
The ghosts.
Oh.
well, I
It's
do
pretty
know.
small, but
I don't. They're ethereal. I don't know if you can put them anywhere.
Who are you trying to call, Morgan?
Okay, I'm gonna try and call Randall McCandle the Fourth, a sergeant. He used to be a sergeant in the Haverhill Police Department, but is now a ghost hunter.
Oh my
But is now a ghost hunter.
Yeah.
Oh my god. What?
Randall McCandle, Sergeant Haverhill Police Department, Now, Ghost Hunter, episode 38, after Mindy permanently changed how his brain works.
I didn't know that part, but I heard, I know him personally, and I heard about the whole ghost hunting career change.
Yeah. You're not sure why he's doing this, but yeah, you call his work line.
Wow.
Light in the darkness, anti-ghost services. This is Randall McCandle speaking.
Hey, Randall.
Oh, it's such good branding.
It's Morgan.
Morgan Woodstock. Good to hear your voice. How are you?
You too, McCandle. I've got a problem.
Ah, well, I sell solutions.
It's a 5-letter word that you may be familiar with.
Pastry.
No,
That's 6 letters. What's your
Yeah.
5-letter problem?
McCandle. GHOST.
Aha, well, you called the right person. That is literally my job. Where is this ghost, and are you in immediate danger? Is the ghost attacking you at present?
Yes. No, it's not.
Ah!
Don't come here with... No, it's not an emergency, but it's kind of an emergency. They're here. I see them.
I see.
And they affect me negatively in this very moment.
Well, if you're not in immediate danger and you're willing to wait on site long enough for me to get to you from Haverhill, I will be there in exactly, and he does some math and gives you the right number for how many minutes, because I am not currently looking at a map. But
Wait,
it won't be long.
What would you do if I said it was an emergency?
Helicopter.
Ah, it's an emergency! Ah!
In exactly
Are we screaming?
14 minutes,
My God.
Randall McCandle arrives and zip lines down from a private helicopter that he recruited for this purpose. And he is here. He is covered in a wealth of... Now, of note, if you've ever had to call a plumber, there's a non-emergency fee. It's like, hey, would you mind replacing my shower head whenever?
Mm-hmm.
And then if it's like, no, there's water pouring out of your wall, then that's the emergency fee. We are in emergency fee territory. So he is here kind of fully kitted out. He kind of rappels down from this drone helicopter with a pair of duffel bags full of stuff and covered in a variety of... a kind of variety of interesting, like, sensors and sigils. It's almost like he read the first 10 pages on every book of how to stop ghosts and was like, well, that works. And he's just now a mosaic of anti-ghost stuff. So he's here. He's got equipment. And he's on the field. Everyone else has left except for the 3 of you. And it's now, mid-afternoon. All right, I'm here. You appear to be not in immediate danger, though you said it was an emergency, and that's fine. It's up to everyone to determine what the concept of emergency is. Where are the ghosts? Are they visible to you?
Yes, right there.
Aha, they're not visible to me. Hold on one moment. He proceeds to, from kind of in his overlapping canvas bags, kind of pulls out this big syringe and kind of attaches a couple of like little liquid kind of glass blisters to it and kind of mixes it and attaches it to a power drill. And he kind of power drills a syringe into his arm, in which a cocktail of liquids kind of goes into his body. His eyes suddenly turn green, and he starts looking at where you point.
You see?
Well, this is strange.
What's strange?
I don't see any ghosts.
Oh,
Still?
okay. Okay. I'm gonna get you footage of what I see. I take out my phone and I text my sister the emoji camera USB emoji, asking her to send me because she has a mechanical eye that she put in me. I imagine it probably records what I see. So to get footage of that.
2d6 plus sharp.
That's fair. 8.
She Venmos you $300.
I'm adding it to the sheet.
Um,
I'm at 592 now.
Essentially, she does that out of just an immediate concern for your safety, and then texts you back a series of emojis that says, "Do you need me to upgrade your software?"
Cross cloud.
And then, so you're kind of going back and forth. The partial success is she's going to be able to help you. It's just going to take a while because essentially the camera in your eye is more or less a camera that can also pick up on kind of electrical circuits and energy readings and stuff. What she's going to do is push a firmware update to your eye that's going to allow it to, instead of pulling visual images, you're kind of flipping the lens, and it's going to pull your interpretation of what you see into a visual image. That's going to take. Yeah.
And I imagine the entire time it's like Bluetooth or whatever. So I hold my phone up to my eye to because if I pull it away, it doesn't get good signal. So I'm just have my phone on my eye the entire time.
Yeah, your iPhone's directly on your eye, and after about 5 minutes, it vibrates and it says software paused, low battery. So now Morgan, you're standing next to him with your finger on his phone. So yes, at some point, Zlobs, you will be able to show a Ghost Hunter Randall McCandle a visual depiction, but for now, he must go without.
That's fair.
Well, I have an idea for while Zlobs gets upgraded.
What a sentence.
Maybe we can trick the curse. So maybe we can make you, Randall. Maybe we can make the curse think that you're a sunflower. That's exactly it. We can get you a uniform, and you can sign the waiver, and then maybe you'll actually be able to just see them. Because maybe it's based on being a sunflower.
Very clever.
And then you can knight them.
Yeah. It's not that won't be real though, that part. Yeah.
Randall McCandle 2d6, so he is willing to do this, though he of course acknowledges the fact that signing the waiver is very important and all of this, but for sake of helping you, he's willing to do it. So 2d6 plus sharp.
10.
Very nice. So, go into the supply closet, get a jersey, swear him in, extra waiver.
He had so many thoughts about what number he was going to be. It was just, that was the part that took the longest.
He was pacing back and forth. The problem, of course, is that for Blittle League, it's not just you that signs the waiver; it's your parents. So he needed to take a picture of the waiver and send it to Randall McCandle III and Gladys McCandle, who minutes later send back a signed copy. Between that and the knighting, all of a sudden, Randall McCandle, wearing the uniform, is looking around and, all right, well, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen now. And Randall McCandle starts crying.
Oh no,
Randall, Mr. McCandle.
What? What is this? Why?
Now you know why. Now you know why we have to get rid of them. They're not real.
Oh yeah, we didn't warn him.
Oh
yeah,
he's
starting to unravel.
Oh no!
No!
Quick! We need.
I'm gonna soothe him.
Soothe him.
I'm going to soothe him.
At the snack stand.
Yes. Yeah. Soothe and snacks. Always works.
So, what do you grab from the snack stand to accompany your soothing tone?
The McSplody Memorial Emporium snack stand.
Mm-hmm.
The McSplody Memorial Emporium snack stand. What do you get from there?
Cracker Jackals.
Cracker Jackals. So as he, opens up the bag and hears the cacophonous laughter that comes from it, he starts focusing on your voice and eating them, and each time, every bite's a different chuckle or a giggle.
Someone please make a slide for this.
And the words kind of sink in, and he starts to believe, okay, they're not real. This is just everyone sees them differently. And this allows him to kind of settle back into his work here. Now, Randall McCandle is a perfectly decent hunter of ghosts, but we're going to have you all roll, and what's going to happen is with Randall McCandle here, you all get an advantage of essentially +1 on anything you do in terms of interacting with or getting rid of these simulacra. So you now have Randall McCandle kind of as an ally that is aiding every roll. So what do you want to do?
So, okay. So it's about being a sunflower. So we lock that down. All sunflowers, only sunflowers can see it. I don't. We gotta somehow trick it into thinking that we're not sunflowers, but I still want to be sunflowers.
Yeah,
right. We can't give up being sunflowers. That's not worth it.
Yeah.
Maybe we somehow trick it that the sunflowers are no longer the sunflowers. Maybe we rebrand to something else for a hot minute. And it's
oh yeah, and then we go back to being a sunflowers. So we break the curse because it's like an instance of it, and it's only an instance of it because it's a new thing.
Does that make
just
sense?
Boomerang back on?
Yeah. Oh no, my contact.
Oh,
hold on.
Oh,
you got this.
McCandle, do you think that would work? In your expert opinion?
So he's pondering it, and the thing that he's trying to get a sense of is they're not ghosts specifically. They're not disembodied spirits that are tied to the mortal plane via magic. These things are, in essence, echoes of thoughts and memories that you all have. So it's almost like they're drawings of ghosts. It's still kind of within Randall McCandle's general purview here because ghosts kind of exist adjacent to magic in some ways. So if you want that to work, we can essentially run it like a read a bad situation roll. So Morgan, if you want to roll read a bad situation, you're going to get +1 to it from Randall McCandle. And we can figure out, based on those questions, if you think it'll work or not.
I got a 10.
All right. You can ask 3 questions from the Read a Bad Situation list.
How can I best protect people?
So you can best protect people by doing exactly it is what you said, which is disbanding the sunflowers. The Somerville sunflowers are disbanded. This curse will break.
Okay. What's the biggest threat?
The biggest threat, and this is where you and Randall McCandle start getting into rather heavy philosophical discussion, kind of on this weird border between metaphysics and magic. The biggest threat is the fact that you kind of only have one shot at doing this. And if you reconstitute the sunflowers too soon, it's not going to work. So if it's everyone, we're signing documents, we're getting rid of the sunflowers, we're tearing up our charter, and then the next day you will recreate the sunflowers, you don't know if that will be enough time. So if you kind of do it too soon, it kind of burns this opportunity.
Okay.
I have a crazy idea.
Yeah.
Morgan has one more question.
Oh, she gets 3? Dang.
Yeah, pretty bad situation.
That's great.
What's the most vulnerable to me? I'm gonna listen, but I'm also gonna open the door.
The most vulnerable to you. Well, okay. It would be Neela Nightmare. Specifically, here's how. If Neela Nightmare, so your plan of kind of disbanding and reforming the Sunflowers, you think that'll work, and you just have to time it long enough. But the thing that is the most vulnerable to you in terms of this problem are not these ghosts. These ghosts, you don't think you can get rid of them directly, because they're not ghosts at all. They're something else. But the thing that's most vulnerable is Neela Nightmare. Specifically, if she was able to... She has the power with all of you if she was willing to remove them. So she's not necessarily vulnerable to you, but in terms of like, how are these ghosts most vulnerable? It's because Neela Nightmare could do the equivalent of snapping her fingers and they would go away.
All right. So it looks like after talking with our ghost hunter friend, McCandle.
Kayleigh,
but it's fine. Kayleigh, it's fine. Take vacations whenever you want. We are not telling you have to be here. But also the Somerville Sunflowers may be going away. But whatever. You know,
all right, it's fine.
It's fine. Everything's fine. Anyway, Morgan, you were saying.
It looks like, according to me and McCandle, from our discussions, we either disband the Sunflowers for a certain amount of time, and then it will probably go away. But if we do it too soon, things go wrong. Or we talk to Neela Nightmare.
Ugh.
I don't know which is worse.
Ugh. So
I might at least be able to find out what it would take to get her to do it. I pull out my flute.
Yeah. The Brasswood Flute.
You're going to play Greensleeves? I like Greensleeves. It's a good song.
No, it's an original that just comes out whenever I play.
Is this one of those angel songs? Because those make my nose bleed.
I think it sounds different in my head than it sounds to you all. It sounds holy to me in my head, but I don't think I hear the actual notes when I play it. I think we hear different things. Maybe you hear Greensleeves.
There's only one way to find out.
You're going to have to tell me that maybe I wonder if I can just play it and not have to force you to tell me something.
Oh, that's how the magic works.
I pull out my company issued phone and press a button, and some tissue paper pulls out. Here you go, Zlobs, just in case.
Oh, thank you.
And like everything in your phone, you get like a little text alert. Tissue paper 0/1. This thing has one of everything.
Yeah.
Shove it in there.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Zlobs, your firmware update is complete.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah. So Darby, yeah. Do you want to fly to Newton or
yeah?
How do you... All right. So Darby takes off into the night sky, flute in hand. Zlobs, you mentioned you had an idea. Now, of course, all we are doing right now, we're gathering options. Mm-hmm. So, Zlobs, you mentioned you had a wild idea.
Oh yeah, it was. I feel like the core of the Sunflowers really exists in the heart and mind of Coach Martinez. Mm-hmm. If there was a way to temporarily take that from her and hold on to it and then return it to her, I know it was wild. It's crazy.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know. So that was just one thing, or we can move the Sunflowers to a different town temporarily. I don't know, one of those two.
Yeah. So options currently on the table. Disbanding the Sunflowers and tearing up the charter. That's one. Doing something to Coach Martinez's very human brain, or getting Neela Nightmare to willingly call off the ritual. Those are the options currently being explored. Randall McCandle can attest to the validity of the first one.
Yeah.
All ideas, by the way, continue to be welcome. But let's switch to the skies above Newton. You know where Neela Nightmare lives. It is a beautiful mansion on the side of a hill. And you land in the driveway. There's a wall, but no gate. It's just a low wall. This is a kind of like an old post road wall. This mansion sits on a very old piece of property. So you walk up the walk and are standing on the front porch. Big double doors, kind of oval glass cutouts. You can see through. There's big, beautiful central staircase, stained glass on either side of it.
I knock on the door.
A woman that looks fairly similar to Neela Nightmare, only older, opens the door.
Good evening. I'm here to talk to Neela. It's on Blittle League business.
Little League business. Is she expecting you, or is this some type of an emergency?
It's an emergency.
Well, by all means, come in. I'll show you to the sitting room.
Thank you. I think, is she in the sitting room?
No, I'm going to get her from her study.
Okay.
She's a study?
Just to let you know, it will need to be a private conversation.
Of course.
Little League business.
Of course. No, I do my best to support, but not interfere.
Thank you.
So yeah, you are led by Neela Nightmare's mother to the sitting room. Her name is Dia, by the way. And
Dia Nightmare.
Mm-hmm. And she kind of leads you through the kind of the main floor of the house. It's a very big, beautiful, it's pre-Victorian. It's just old and gorgeous. And you kind of walk on these old, broad wooden, wooden floors into this study that is, well, it looks like kind of half library, half trophy case for the Nightmare family. All of them, Neela and her two parents, all have kind of cabinets in here. Dia Nightmare is a practicing attorney, former Blittle Leaguer herself, received some kind of award from the United Nations at some point. Her father is some kind of minor nobility from overseas, competitive marksman, doctor. It's a whole thing. And then Neela's case is almost as big, and she's only 11. And so you sit in this big kind of plush chair, and it's enormous. And after a few minutes, Neela Nightmare walks in, wearing it looks like she was kind of swimming in the backyard pool. So she's walking in wearing a I just got out of the pool and I have unexpected guests outfit of like pajamas that are still kind of damp. So she walks in, and despite this being the least intimidating she's ever looked, you are still immediately uneasy as she walks into the room, like hair in a towel. So you're in my
Hey.
home. And you have a flute.
I'd like to play you a song, and I just go right into it.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I love Darby. She's so fun.
So you play it, and is this the first time you've played it in game?
Second time.
Second time. Yeah, this is much the same. That's right. This is much the same as the first. The song naturally comes to you, and you play it. Neela Nightmare is clearly listening to it, and she's smart enough to realize that there is something behind this. And then she kind of looks at you. I feel compelled to ask you a question.
I feel compelled to ask you a question and to answer yours.
And therein lies the intention of the song.
You figured it out.
I tend to.
It's a fair trade. And I wouldn't use it if it weren't important.
What is a weakness I can exploit in my dealings with John Prince?
A weakness of his?
Mm-hmm. My research leads me to believe that you know him well. And my speculation is that you're the reason he's here.
That's correct. A weakness of his. I thought it would be about me.
I think I know everything I need to know about you.
Yeah.
Well, that's offensive. A weakness of John Prince's.
2d6 plus... Oh, go ahead.
Well, he will lie and he will go against his word, but he doesn't always know that you'll know it. He underestimates humans being able to see through his lies.
That is now canonical truth within this world. Neela Nightmare thanks you.
Neela, what you have the power to get rid of the creatures in our field.
That is correct.
What do we need to do to get you to help us do that?
You, Zlobs, Morgan, and Mindy need to quit the Somerville Sunflowers and join the Newton Narcissus.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah, Neela Nightmare from we'll play this from her perspective. She's standing there, kind of adjusting the clip that holds the towel, and she just like sees just like an angel, like ramrod straight spine, just like walk out throw open the 2 front doors, extend wings, and just launch into the night sky. Her mother walks in. Is everything all right with your friend? Oh, yeah, she's just working something out. Okay.
God. Oh.
Ugh, Darby just screams in the air when she finally gets
Car alarms
Like a
go off.
comet of anger.
Oh, that's a great nickname.
Yep.
Comet of anger.
Back at Loongstalk. Any other thoughts?
Okay, so we could rename Somerville. We could rename the Sunflowers. We could move the Sunflowers and the team. We could disband us. We can possibly ruin our coach's mind. And then probably least likely of all, get Neela to help us.
Yeah, I also thought about, I wonder if like Mindy could take out the memories of the people.
All the bits just rule all the bad memories.
Yeah, but that also sounds bad.
Yeah, I would put that between ruining coach's mind and moving the town. And then Neela at the bottom. Do you hear a scream?
I kind of do. Yeah.
Oh, hi, Darby. You look mad.
Neela. Neela is a dead end, and she's dead to me, and she wants us to join the Newton Narcissus, which we are not going to do, and so...
She wants us to join?
Yeah, join?
That was the only thing. I played the song for her.
She wants us to get feedback? Remember when I get feedback to the Arlington Angelicas?
Yeah.
It was only for that one game. Maybe,
but I think this would be permanent. She wants us to just switch teams, move to Newton, switch teams. Be on that team.
If she says join the Narcissus, if we get if we swap it real quick, that's what we satisfied her conditions.
I'm skeptical about whether Neela would help us if we just did that.
Make her do a holy oath or whatever.
I'm not that kind of angel.
What? You need a special... I don't know. Get Muriel or whatever her name is.
No. No, Muriel is really not that kind of angel.
Okay, what about Declan?
Because Zlobs, you don't know what would happen if...
You're right, I don't know
If she made that kind of pact with me, with the kind of angel that I am, and then she broke it, it would be as bad... It would maybe not as bad as when the tether was breaking, but it would be bad. You don't want to break an oath to a war angel.
I won't.
You won't, but she might get smited.
Oh, that sounds painful.
But we could try it if you wanted to.
Do you want to try it, Zlobs?
I'm scared now. I don't want to get accidentally smited.
Well, you didn't make any sort of holy oath.
Oh, okay.
I'm still...
Just Neela's soul is in a lot of trouble.
Yeah. I wonder if we gave Neela... If we found a way to get Neela her soul back, she would find it in her heart to remove the imprints, the ghosts.
Maybe, but... I mean, when I asked her what it would take for her to remove the ghost, what she said was for the 4 of us, for the infield to join Newton, which it seems like that's more important to her than what happens to her soul.
She's motivated by vengeance.
But she has her game, her stadium back and sponsor.
At the cost of her soul.
Yeah, so she's willing to make deals.
You could always ask.
Darby, could you go back to talk to Neela?
I'm
Please, please, please.
You can take me if you want.
okay. I'm taking Morgan with me.
Okay, I'll hang out with Randall.
Yeah. You and Randall are now at this point have like a whiteboard, and you're just like listing ideas. Like nuclear bomb ? Flood
Actually,
the city. ...
Hey Randall, while they're away, I
Yes.
heard that actually there's a real ghost in Longstock. Do you want to help me investigate it?
I
Just for fun?
absolutely do.
Great, let's go.
He also puts on glasses, and you like head off into the reeds. Yeah. So some minutes later, Dia Nightmare is cutting up carrots and putting some hummus in a dish when she hears a knock at her front doors. She places things down, and sure enough, that angel is back, and this time she brought a magician.
Hey, Dia. Nice to see you again.
Morgan, we missed you for our monthly brunch. I hope everything was okay.
It's been a month.
And kisses on the cheeks. Come on in. So you are led to the music room where Neela is playing piano. She instinctually stops when you enter the room, and she spins around on the bench and looks at the both of you. Morgan, Darby,
Neela.
Piano.
Clang.
I don't suppose you've discussed my offer and come to a consensus, have you?
There are further negotiations.
By all means. Well, let's hear your proposal.
Our potential proposal. What if we got your soul back?
A look that's very hard to read passes over Neela's face. Agreed.
Oh, that was easier than I thought.
Okay.
All right. Can I have some baby carrots with hummus?
Of course. And you all walk into the breathtakingly well-appointed kitchen, and you're all hanging out around the kitchen island, eating hummus and carrots.
Hey, Dia.
So you're going to get my soul back.
Yeah, we're gonna try. As you know, we know Pythias.
Mm.
And I may have some leverage.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah, that is so.
Well, if that's the case, then by all means. What that does is that, shall we say, squares the books. Except for the simple fact that you did dramatically inconvenience me. However, I'd like to think that you dealing with those apparitions for a game, if I get my soul back, really teaches all of us a lesson about letting people do things that they are meant to do in this world.
Oh, don't try to teach me a lesson, Neela. Sorry.
I actually jump on the table.
Yes. If you are to return ownership of my soul to me, the first thing I'll do is join you at Loongstalk, and we will conduct the ritual necessary to discharge what I have placed at Loongstalk from Loongstalk.
And then guess what?
What?
We'll beat you fair and square.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Oh, Darcy, you ready to go?
Yeah, let's get out of here.
I grab a bunch of baby carrots for Zlobs.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, so there's this like big dramatic and we'll beat you and carrots and off. And as you're leaving, Neela Nightmare's like in the door with like a birthday card for your mom. Would you mind just taking this? I was going to put it in the mail tomorrow.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Bye, Nightmares.
All right, goodbye. We'll see you for tennis.
See you for tennis.
Morgan,
We'll talk about it later.
have you been in their pool?
We'll talk about it later.
It looks amazing.
Let's go. It is really good. Okay, bye.
Oh.
The ghost hunt has proven as yet unsuccessful.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah.
Well, it can only be described as an explosion of gummy bears is what's left.
Yes, very much yes. So the plan is shared, and yeah.
All right. Yeah. So are we joining their team?
No.
Oh, okay. Never mind. What did you tell her?
We said if we can get her soul back, we made a deal that she would remove the spirits.
Oh, that's cool.
And I might have a plan. I might have some leverage on Pythias. But
Morgan,
first,
this leverage, do you think that it would break the oath that I took with Pythias? Not to interfere?
I don't know. But I know one thing. He's already broke that oath himself. He stole a soul. And he did so in a very third-party, indirect way. But I'm going to wreck Pythias in a third-party, indirect way.
Whoa.
What's a third party?
Yeah.
With someone else.
Yeah. Can you explain that,
Oh,
please?
okay.
Okay. Wait, isn't it about intent? Like, I don't think he intended to harm us, but you intend to harm him. Imagine like intent.
I thought he could harm us.
No, it's like we wouldn't interfere with each other. That was
With
like
each
the goal.
other. Okay.
Yeah, when
Right.
I think we were on the plane. We made that goal.
He disrupted the fabric between heaven and hell and earth, and we were there to stop that. But we had to intervene. His intentions didn't count for us to be interventors.
If we end up in like heaven and or hell court, you better get us a good lawyer.
I know the best lawyer.
Of course you do.
We jump ahead to the squeeze.
Oh, my favorite spot.
You had reached out to the San Felipe Foundation to try to get a hold of Pythias. Pythias messaged you all back directly and told you to meet him at the squeeze. He's sitting there. Despite the fact he's wearing a suit more expensive than a car, he still oddly doesn't look out of place at a smoothie and fruit juice cafe. He's sitting at the bar, looking at all of you.
An oasis.
He's at the oasis. Yeah, he waves to you. You all come in.
Hey, Pythias, looking terrible as usual.
I was going to buy you all smoothies.
You can still buy me a smoothie. I think you look
You
great.
do.
I'm going to buy the two of you a smoothie.
Thank you.
And you too, Morgan. I can't be mad.
All right, the smoothie comes up, and I sort of shove it into the garbage can.
Oh my god, Morgan!
I don't like Pythias.
But don't
Sorry,
you like
John
us?
Prince. Yeah.
I'm getting that smoothie out.
Okay.
I'm gonna take it to Mindy.
Yeah, it kind of fell straight down. It's like mostly still good.
No, Mindy can have mine. I'll have the garbage smoothie.
That's
It's not the
probably
first
for the
time
best.
I've drinking something out of that trash can.
It's very true. They let you do it too. They don't even get mad.
No. I'm a regular.
Morgan, it appears that you have the bearing of someone that has come to bargain with me.
All right. I'll give you a good read of character. John Prince,
Yes.
I charge you with taking a miracle and nearly disrupting heaven and hell and the fabric that lies between. And if it wasn't for the fact that the sunflowers cleaned up your mess, we'd be in a really big mess right now.
I object to your use of the word we.
Explain.
You would probably have some kind of issue because concepts of fate and probability and life and death would twist and bend until such time as a new normal would be established. Would have virtually no impact on me. What I'm saying is don't group me in with your problems if you are going to levy charges.
That is fair. You know what? I will accept that. But by your own admission just now, your actions would have caused effect to us, which is against the contract that you laid out.
Bad effects.
Oh, Morgan, great job. Oh, maybe you are the lawyer all along.
But I have a deal to make with you, as I know you like making deals. John Prince.
His face betrays nothing, but he lets you speak.
Neela Nightmare's soul goes free.
And the contract between us remains.
That is right. I presume you know about my link at the Globe. Yeah.
Will Neela Nightmare be taking the fall then? My name out of it?
That's right.
He extends a hand.
Well,
Best of luck this season, Sunflowers. And with that, he asks for a to-go
Morgan?
cup, pours his smoothie from the glass into the plastic, and walks out the back door.
Morgan,
What do you mean?
Did you just?
Neela's gonna be mad again?
Oh, she's probably gonna get kicked out of the league, and she's gonna curse us again. Morgan,
But we
Well-
made a deal. She has her soul back.
She didn't. But we took away something else.
yeah. Oh no,
That wasn't part of the
she's-
deal.
No, it could have been fun. We could have went on their team. It would have been a fun time. It would have been a romp. No.
We had a deal with her. She'll have to figure out who the source was at the Globe. She'll have to figure out the consequences for the actions she caused.
Morgan, she's gonna do something worse.
Yeah, she's gonna do something really dumb. She's gonna do something really, really dumb and get herself into trouble and probably all the Boston Flowers leagues.
Epilogue.
Oh no. Oh, we don't even get a let's call it right there. We just get an epilogue. That's a first. That's a Blittle League first. Just an aggressive oh no epilogue. Oh no. Mindy's gone 1 week.
It's about an hour later that you get a text message from Neela Nightmare that just simply gives you a time, followed by Loongstalk. The ritual is remarkably fast, and the apparitions fade away.
Oh, thank you.
And within a few seconds, it's as if they were never there at all. Neela gets on her motorized scooter and drives up the service road away from Loongstalk, away from the military base, and onto the roads of Somerville, making her way west towards Newton. A car from the Office of Spell Slinging and Eclipse Management turns out from a side street and starts following her. It's an undercover car. A few minutes later, a Boston Globe news van pulls onto the highway and follows them. By the time she gets home, there are squad cars outside of her house.
Randall. Do you see anything? Do you see anything?
Not yet. Hold on. Let me inject myself with a few more things.
Oh, I want some too.